Hello, dear friends. Welcome to Kardec Radio, where we're always nourishing our souls. I'm Nor Brazil, the host of this beautiful program, Soothing Pills of Trust, based off the book Pills of Trust by Dr. Diaz de Cruz and Andre Moreira. What a beautiful, beautiful book, and what a beautiful lesson, right? As we're receiving all these soothing messages for our soul, for us to improve, to just be better, well-rounded individuals as we are moving on in our lives, as we're progressing and evolving. And so thank you so much for coming back live or on demand. I really, really, really appreciate it on behalf of Kardec Radio myself, friends. All right, so before going any further, let's say a quick prayer, set our intentions, because we have a lot to study today. So here we go. Dear Mother, Father God, thank you so much for this beautiful, beautiful day, beautiful opportunity. Wow, by your grace and by your love that we are here today. We ask that you clear our minds, our thoughts, and that you help us receive whatever message we are needing today, Father. And if there's anyone out there who is feeling lonely, rejected, depressed, scared, that you please send someone to help them so that they can receive a beautiful, soothing message endorsed by you, Father. So thank you, dear Lord, and so be it. All right, friends, are we ready to do our study today? There is so much that we are going to learn. It's a beautiful message of peace, visualizations for peace. So get ready to just calm down, take deep breaths. Just take it easy, friends, because we are going to be at that level of vibrations. All right, so I'm gonna change my screen so that we can see the slides for today's lesson. All right, dear friends, welcome. We can do a high five. Yes, elbow to elbow, a thumbs up, a pat on the back, right? Welcome to the class. Today's a beautiful chapter, visualizations for peace. Wow. Be in that state of tranquility and just, right? Sometimes it's not as easy. And that's why Dr. Diaz de Cruz has this chapter for us so that we can work on this and work on this. So let's think of the word visualization and what that means, right? So when we visualize something, it's like most of us even close our eyes and we see it. But sometimes it's not just when we're in prayer, meditating, or yoga. It could be when we're even active, like if you're cleaning, doing the dishes, you're visualizing, hopefully, peace, right? If you're out on a walk, if you're sitting down in your backyard, the balcony, or in a park, when you're with coffee, with tea, you're looking at nature and the birds, you're visualizing these beautiful things, right? Sometimes even in the shower, you start to, there's power in water, friends, and so you start to visualize things, right? So we are so familiar with this word, visualizations. And today, Dr. Diaz de Cruz says, my friends, there is hope. Visualize peace for your life. And I thought that is beautiful, especially nowadays with everything that's going on. This is a beautiful practice for us to help us stay in tune. Before we go, let's take a little self-assessment, friends, because we need to identify where we're at in terms of peace, right? So it's like we can Google the signs and symptoms of something, and then we do our own prognosis. Okay, we've all been there. Yes. Okay. So now let's say we're going to Google. Okay, what are the signs and symptoms of spiritual unease or spiritual anxiety? This restlessness that I'm experiencing. So let's see if we check off any of these, and then after we take our assessment, I will explain where we're getting this from. So are we still we don't know our life purpose, right? Are we easily distracted? Are we a news junkie? Is there a lack of spirituality? Are we an energy vampire? Are we vampirized? No willpower or self-discipline? any broken relationships, constantly, oh my gosh, I'm always in this broken relationships, what's going on? We're having time management challenges. Is there lack of empathy or love? And are you having problems with adaptability, right? Adaptability gaps. How many of these did you check off? Most of us, probably all of them. We still need to work on a lot of these. So where are we getting this from? From the book The Messengers, right? It's a beautiful book, one of Andre Luis's series. And in this particular book, friends, Telesforo is giving a beautiful, like a TED talk, right? He's being very therapeutic with others around. This is another division in Astral City, and or no Solar, and so this chapter 5 is very powerful because it even ends with everybody just kind of like, oh my gosh, what was that? And so he's in this whole book is really looking at the case studies and seeing how the spirits who have crossed, they're evaluating their life and why are they still not at peace. So this scale is really coming from that place where he says a lot of these souls have failed their mission because they never asked themselves, what's my purpose, right? So it can be at peace. He's talking about how a lot of people are easily distracted from eternal realities. The eternal is like dealing with the spirit. And so we're distracted with the materialistic things. So how can someone be in internal peace? He's saying that people sometimes are so involved with the world's newspaper that are only filled with materialistic progress. Notice he was very specific, right? So there's a lot of news junkies out there where it could be hard to be in a level of peace if a person is only selecting a particular kind of literature, right? And or newspaper feed or so forth. He's saying there are a lot of uneasiness comes from lack of spiritual preparation and understanding of the good. So it's not about religion. It's understanding that in this life there's preparation and we need to keep the good in our heads, right? That's what brings us peace when we coming from a state, right? That he says, overwhelmed with serious problems due to psychic proximity to the vibratory sphere of materialism. This is equivalent to being like an energy vampire because the person may always be at a lower frequency, or this person can even be vampirized, right? Because they're not aware, because they're not vibrating higher. So they're not even aware that somebody's sucking the life out of them. And it could be somebody alive, and you could even be a spirit, right? In Spiritism, we look at it from this perspective as well. He says human mind struggles is another thing, that there's no peace, right? So we have no willpower or self-discipline because constantly we will have struggles. But the mind is such a powerful tool. Without willpower or self-discipline, it could make a huge difference whether we're at peace or not at peace. And then he talks about criminals cling to other criminals, sick associated with the sick. How can this be peaceful? Two criminals are probably plotting a crime. Maybe two sick people are thinking, oh my gosh, let's go into Google and let me research all my signs and symptoms to another level. And so a lot of relationship issues that are not at peace can come simply by not understanding about types of conversations, the types of interactions that you have. So this could be a big difference. He also mentions wasting time on feeble experimentation. Word feeble, weak. So we know it's not for you, it doesn't work. Let's not waste our time. Time is precious. And it's, it could make a big difference whether we're living in peace or not, or we have time management issues or not. He says homicides, suicides, marital tragedies, emotional misery, complaining of job, degrading others, sexual unrest, unknown diseases, and insanity invading human homes are also another way where there's no peace, right? It's lack of empathy or love, because if we are empathetic, we're always doing something for others. So it'd be very difficult for us to even have time to complain of our job constantly, right? And where we're so unhappy when there are so many people that would probably give anything sometimes to have the job that we have. But when we're empathetic, we think of others, we're aware of others, of our surroundings. the love, like you can look at it with this emotional mystery. If we're, again, living in this constant love, this emotional mystery would deepen down as best as possible, because we know we have a lot to go. And then the adaptability gaps. It says we're not prepared. I think Nkara is saying he's not prepared for current events, which is like what's happening now. I was like, oh my God, yes. If we're not prepared, if we don't have this adaptability like a GPS or that flexibility, well, it could be an issue as far as finding our peace. So these are 10 things, friends, that Telespora tells us keep in check. Well, this is going to take us right into our chapter today. Now that we've kind of known, okay, where am I at? Well, let's look, what can I do, right? So that way, when Dr. Diaz de Cruz today makes sense. That's why I wanted to introduce today with that list, right? So Dr. Diaz de Cruz says that we can do several things to help us stay in this peaceful frequency, right? He uses the word effective elements. This word effective is so important because it's almost like you're always in this evaluation stage. You're evaluating, like think of it, like was the research effective, right? So then it would mean that person needs to go and check the data, the results, the interpretations, right? So when we're looking at these suggestions that he's given us, we have to have kind of like that mind frame of these are effective things, right? And sometimes might take time, sometimes they're quick, sometimes they might not, right? Using the analogy of that research. So for instance, it says, one, let's take advantage of the therapeutic resources offered through psychology. Hey, there's nothing wrong sometimes when a little push with counseling. This person is going to help us with our balance. There's so much taboo on counseling and therapy, but Dr. Diaz de Cruz says it's okay. It's okay. Number two, he says hypnotherapy in the form of creative visualizations. So if you're sitting, there are hypnotherapists. Awesome! Oh my gosh! Because where I live, we don't have that. So we can say that hypnotherapy can represent like alternative, right? So like alternative therapies that are available in our cities, or now probably more online, where we're looking so that we can be in this peaceful state. And then look at number three, friends, self-suggestions. This word self is powerful because peace, right? Even the word visualizations and peace are internal things. We're not looking at the external. We're looking at internal. So we constantly with these self-suggestions, I am at peace. I am at peace. I am peace, right? Or anything that we visualize that takes us to the state. It's us, friends. It's a very proactive state. And but he says if we're following these effective elements, it allows us to connect us to the mental waves and current waves, mental currents and waves, to higher spirits who are willing to help us. They're there. So we are not alone. We are not alone. Beautiful. He continues saying, so during your day, always reserve time for cleansing your thoughts and feelings while searching for essential and necessary self-awareness for the purpose of self-illumination. So here we have the word self-awareness. Wow, what a powerful, powerful word, right? Being aware of where we're at is critical in our evolution because nobody's going to do it for us, friends. So it's an everyday thing. And, and always cleansing our thoughts and feelings. Every book in the messengers, read the book, they constantly, it's all about cleansing the thoughts and the feelings. That's why they're there, cleansing. And we're here too, friends. Every day, cleaning our thoughts and our feelings. Let's go. We can do it. Come on. Let's go. Push, push. Because peace is a beautiful gift that the Lord gave us, right? So we continue doing this. We keep going. We keep going. And then he says, friends, to rebalance, visualize. My gosh, just this word, we can break rebalance, again. That means that we're going to have to balance ourselves again. So we know that we're going to derail, we're going to deviate, we're going to slip, we're going to fall. And that's okay. That is okay. That's why he uses the word rebalance. It means we have the ability to come right back where we need to be. And these are from the book, friends, and I kind of took a little a little thing here where if they were not in the ing, if you look at the verbs, if they're not end in ing, I kind of changed them to ing because that's the present continuous. If you like grammar, that means it's something that's happening now. And so when we visualize, we have to be in this state, right? So I'm going to read these visualizations that we can do. Visualize being in peace and in connection with the Most High. Visualize exercising Jesus' affirmation, seek and you shall find. Visualize supporting others' need. Visualize transmitting encouragement in thoughts. Visualize rewiring our neural network connections right up here. Visualize fostering relationships with hope, optimism, and strength. Visualize holding on to all resources needed in the journey. Visualize synchronizing thoughts to the divinity. And visualize experiencing health of the body and soul. These are beautiful visualizations, beautiful exercises that Dr. Diaz de Cruz tells us just do this. And it's going to be constant, right? You're going to rebalance. So we slip. It's all right. Come on. And so these visualizations help us to get there because remember, friends, it's all about the mind, the thoughts and the feelings, So what does the Spirit's book say, right? Because we're looking at this really from a Spiritism perspective. And Allan Kardec asked a lot of questions. Part 4 of the end of the Spirit's book, in the section Earthly Joys and Sorrows, in the questions 920 and so forth, there's a whole section on this, right? Which joys and sorrows could be equivalent or associated with the word peace. And I'm just going to look real quick. There's some of us. For instance, 920 says, we can't enjoy perfect happiness, right? So there's never going to be a 100% state of peace, right? Because we're here to learn, to grow. But interestingly, we are often the architects of our own unhappiness. So it means that we have some autonomy in the choices that we make to be living more in peace, right? It says if we obey God's laws, we spare ourselves sorrow. So there is this self-discipline, friends. And then the question 22, it makes a difference if we are emanating in a state of materialistic things. Then for us, peace is when we acquire things, right? Which we know that's not the way, because he says our moral life, when we are in regards to moral life, our possession of good conscience and belief in the future life is what brings us peace. What a difference, right? And then this part in 967, it's kind of like, this is, I want to know how to be, how can I say this? This is like an inspirational message where we can look up to it, right? Like a role model. Like I need a role model. There's the word. I need a role model to look up to so I can know where to go. So he's saying that these higher spirits, they don't feel hatred, jealousy, envy, ambition, nor any kind of passions. It could make human beings miserable, right? It's mutual love is a supreme happiness. And it's not wants or anxieties of material life. But happy spirits are always proportionate to the degree of evolution. So only perfectly pure spirits, I'm right here, the highest can be at a different higher level of happiness. However, others are happy in different levels. So between bad and perfect spirits, there is an infinite range of elevation and happiness, right? So the spirit is proportional, our spirit is proportional to our moral state. Okay, so that's beautiful. That's a message of hope as we are navigating through this journey. You already saw this. So it says here, Dalai Lama says, don't let the behavior of others destroy your inner peace. It's a beautiful thought. Thank you, Dalai Lama. Appreciate this, because really, friends, let's not let anything destroyer inner peace. It's a beautiful gift of God. It's beautiful, beautiful. And now we're going to talk about resources. There's so many, and I'm going to take time right here to share some of the things, right, friends? Because it's nice to have somebody tell us, but well, where do I go, right? So where do we go? We need help to visualize. Of course, we can go have cardiac radio and all these podcasts and all these activities. There's the Spiritus magazine. Look at some messages to help us visualize. Let me see. We have prayers, right? Dr. Vanessa Saloni every morning. She has a morning prayer. Another way to visualize, let me see, friends, is this passes on Mondays, right? These passes are very therapeutic to help us as we go to the online spiritual care. We drink the water that they pray for. We visualize it in the water as it's coming in. Peaceful waves. Of course, I could keep going. All of these are cardiac radio hosts, and each and every one of them, friends, they have beautiful message to help us every day elevate our thoughts. So, of course, there's cardiac radio for kids. I know parents right now, my teachers, I know parents have the kids at home. Help them out too, friends. Beautiful messages. I love watching the lessons here. The teens, right? Cardiac radio for teens. I love this as well. Give me a minute. So these are the schedule, the live programs that we have. Of course, we have God at Home with our dear Carol Correa. That's also important. It's a great way to visualize. Volunteering. I got this from Angie. She's always looking for volunteers. Volunteering is so important. Came across this website, cardiacpedia.com, friends. So how interesting, right? You can go in there, see what's up, different languages, if you're multilingual. And there are other Spiritus channels on YouTube, right? Like the Spiritus Institute, and they have a bunch of stuff in here, real interesting, right? So the whole idea of visualizing peace is really putting ourselves in that state. I'm having a really bad day. The news right now, come to one of these websites, check it out. I'm going to hear Psychology Today. You need a therapist, can help you find therapists. We have really cool apps like the Calm app, friends. Oh my gosh, this is awesome. Look at all the things that we can use to help us find peace. Of course, Hay House has tons of stuff. Deepak Chopra right now, he has this free meditation if it loads right here, but he has these 21-day, there it is, meditations that we can watch, right? Meditate for free. I think it logged me out. Okay, give me 1 minute, friends, because for some reason, okay, friends, I had to stop I had to stop it and come back. Oh no. Okay, so here we go. Here we have some other resources. This is a really cool channel, Gaia. You can do yoga, meditation. They even have Astro City, and they have all sorts of things. Of course, we have Super Soul Sunday. They have a bunch of Oprah. Has a lot of talks there, and you can come, and it's really interesting, very motivational. You can listen to mantra music. Actually, we're going to sing, I think, 2 of her songs today. So beautiful, right? You have this amazing friend, Dan. He's Australian, and we also use some of his music here at Cardiac Radio every morning. He's there. Beautiful. He has those beautiful exercises for us to visualize. And of course, you can always put guided meditations. You can always, if you need to be like inspired, like I need to be pumped up, right? Even Carmichael has a really cool channel. He has a lot of motivational speeches, if that's something that you're needing, like I need it now. Louis Hay House has our affirmations. These are all free stuff, friends, on YouTube. Okay, so I had to come back again, but I'm gonna do this, friends. We are going to show you this. This is a cool website, The Moth, and these are inspirational speakers. Sometimes we listen to stories from other people, and we learn. Of course, we have TED Talks, lots of TED Talks. We have big people like Tara Brock. She has this really cool rain strategy that's very helpful. Eckhart Tolle, Lisa Nichols. I'm going to skip these guys because I have a feeling we... So then we have Food Revolution Network. Pardon, my computer is very slow, but I want to show you some of the things that I've come across. Mel Robbins, she has a strategy called the 5-4-3-2-1 strategy, and it's super helpful. If like, oh my gosh, something's happening, well, you use her strategy. It's really interesting, friends. I have another pioneer in this, Bob Proctor. He's been doing this for a long time. He's a very interesting guy. I'm going to show you some other cool things as well. That can be soothing, like Google Earth. You can look at all these places around the earth right now in the globe. Google also has Google Arts and Culture, and you can look at all of this art. Isn't that soothing? If you want to create stuff, there are like Pexels has a bunch of free videos and pictures that you can look through. If you want to create little flyers, maybe you want to make these to give. If you want to create flyers, maybe you want to give these out to someone, right? You go to Canva and you subscribe, and it's free. You can do these little flyers. You can pass them out. Let me see this one. This is BibleProject.com. There's a bunch of videos and podcasts, more from the Bible perspective, which is important. Of course, we have NPR. And NPR is really awesome because they have a lot of stuff. It's safe, it's PG and stuff, so it's good to look. I love NPR. KonMari.com, right? She has cleaning. For some of us, cleaning can be a very soothing experience. Then we have, you can Google podcasts. What are the 20 most motivational podcasts, right? Look at all of these, friends. I mean, I'm talking like there's so much. I think there's someone here that I really liked. Okay. Where did he go? I don't know. Here he is. Louis Hose. He's really good. He interviews a lot of people. How about if you're not peaceful and you want to write your own book? Because why not? So if you have a Gmail account, Google Docs has this really cool use a really cool feature where you can actually record yourself. So I'm gonna put always record. I don't want to type. I'm too lazy. Okay, so here, I am peace. Period. I love Kardec Radio. Period. There you go. I love Kardec Radio. There you go. Right, friends? So that's just an example. If you don't feel like typing, well, you know what? I want to write something. Who knows? You might come with something inspirational. You can go to the library, get free ebooks, your local library. This is my local library website. Bunch of free stuff there. And there's also, I believe this is a slide to calm our dogs, right? Maybe we have a dog that's helping us with peace at home. There's this cool app. It could be super helpful. Of course, for some reason, friends, this one did not want to come out. So, but this was a whole list of hobbies. It didn't come out, but this was a whole list of hobbies for us to do. And here we go. I'm back to the slide if it comes right. So there's a lot of things. There's no excuse anymore, friends, with everything that is available, all these resources. No excuse for us to move on. So you can give me. Here we go. I'm going to leave with this beautiful. We got to bring Jesus in the house. Thank you, Jesus. He says, peace I leave with you. My peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. So do not let your hearts be troubled and do not be afraid. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Father. This beautiful message, friends. He gives us peace unlike any other. So, of course, Dr. Diaz Cruz is saying for this week, visualize peace. Look at all those resources there, friends. So we're going to do something a little different. And I am going to share my screen again. And I'm going to play the guitar. And instead of looking at me, we're going to look at this here. Hopefully it works. I don't know how the sound is going to come out as I sing, but it doesn't matter, friends. So as we're singing, we want to visualize whatever it is. All right. So here we go. I think it's good to go. Grab my guitar. All right. What a beautiful message, right? May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on. May the long time sun guide us. Guide us, dear peace within me, peace surrounding me, peace from me. By thy grace let there be peace. By thy grace let there be peace. Peace within me, peace surrounding me, peace from me. By thy grace let there be peace. mantra, friends. And Sanai means listen, right? Because when we're listening, we are in peace. Sanai. The angels are listening. God is listening. Are you listening? The earth is listening. The angels are listening. God is listening. I am listening. The earth is listening. Sana. Sana. We're going to do a visualization exercise, friends. We're going to visualize peace. So the first thing we want to do is close our eyes if you're able to, or even focus on these images. How can we visualize peace, all right? Da-da-da-da, 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 la-la-la-la, da-da-da-da, 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 Next thing we want to do, friends, is think, what sounds bring peace to us? What frequency are we emanating at? So let's think about this. Na, 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 na. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Now, friends, let's visualize ourselves carrying planet Earth in our hands, right? Sending it vibes of peace. Can we do that? Right? Are you ready? Because that's what we're needing. The world needs peace. La, la, da, da. La, da, da, da. La, da, da, da. La, da, da, da. La, da, 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 da. La, da, da, da. La, da, da, da. La, da, da. Da 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 da, 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 da 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 da. The next activity, friends. Let's release it. Let's release all this peace. Because this is what we need, right? Helping each other out. Sending and sharing peace. What a beautiful thought. Right? Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Let's do a breathing exercise, friends. So you're going to help me in this one. You're going to be breathing in and out together. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Peace. Home. In, out. In, out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Hold. In, out. In, out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Love. In. Oh yes, friends. Breathing out that love. In. God's love. Beautiful visualizations. This is our last song, friends. Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us, above us only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for, and no religion too. Imagine all the people living for the peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. Hope someday you'll join us, and the world will be as one. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger. A brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. Ooh, you may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you join us, and the world will be as one. All right, friends, beautiful. Thank you, Father. Thank you, dear Lord, for today. Thank you for this beautiful message that you're giving us, Father. May we have a blessed week. May we continue vibrating on frequencies of peace. Please, dear Lord, help us. Help this earth find its peace. Thank you, Father. Friends, thank you. All right, friends, have a blessed week. Don't forget there are other shows on here, and pardon all the glitches. Friend says to calm happy accidents. Thank you so much. Until next week. And don't forget, friends, let's emanate this beautiful, beautiful peace, these visualizations. God bless you.